All right, guys, it is 3 o'clock, 3:02. I've been stressing about the time, but I think I did okay. I am just shocked at the amount of people that went onto my page in the last 3 hours and liked and followed the page. When I posted that live video, I was at 252, and I am well over 300 now, which is exciting. I am going to try and multitask today, so not only am I going to be doing a live video on Facebook, but I also have an Instagram account that I need to start putting live content on, so I'm live on there as well. I will post in the comments the Instagram handle, but it is MF Hungry Boys. Yes, I know that the first thing that pops into your head is a profanity. That's what I thought was funny about it, because they're always hungry and it's very appropriate. But it does stand for Mom Fueling Hungry Boys. Speaking of my boys, thankfully they are down for a nap for the afternoon. They wore themselves out watching football with Dad and eating snacks. So here we are. I am gonna wait until there's a few more people on here, probably before I do the giveaway winner. So I am just gonna start with the recipe, and maybe when I pop the cake into the oven, we can do the follow giveaway winner. I spent the last 10 or so minutes before I went live entering everyone's name into my giveaway wheel. It looks crazy with all of those names, but it is so exciting that there are that many names. I can see that my husband is watching me from the living room, it tells me, and that's cute. So let's get started. I am going to place my phone, hopefully where you guys can see. I will pick it up, move it around, show you what I'm doing, but let's get started. We're going to make these buttermilk brownies. I'm sure my husband is so excited. They are his favorite dessert that his mom makes. So our very first step is going to be preheating our oven. So everybody walk over to your oven, set it to 375. If your oven is anything like mine, do it earlier, better than later, because it takes forever to heat up. So I had mine set. It's already at 375. It took about half an hour for whatever reason. I see my friend Ashley's on. Hi, Ashley. Hopefully you made it to the grocery store and can cook these with me. If not, you better make those enchiladas with me. Oh, thank you. My mom actually got it for me in Arizona. She thought it was cute and asked me if I would wear it. And this is my first time wearing it. So it's exciting. All right, so our oven is at 375. Another tool that some people don't have just because they aren't bakers is a sifter. I should have told you guys that. It's not a huge deal. If you have something that's similar to it, a very, very fine graded tool, a strainer of some kind, it's just to sift out the bumps and lumps and stuff of your sugar and flour and cocoa and things like that. So if you see any big bumps, just make sure you are to smash them up with a fork or your hands or whatever. So make sure you wash your hands, which I've done already. And so our first step is going to be sifting together the first 3 ingredients. So let's grab a mixing bowl. First ingredients, it's going to be 2 cups of sugar, 2 cups of flour, and 4 tablespoons of cocoa. So let's pick a medium to large mixing bowl. You want enough room to be able to work with the products without them spilling out over the edges. Because the less mess you have to clean up, the better, always. So let's do this. I'm going to move this laptop for the time being. Okay, so everybody, let's grab out our sugar first. It says sift together the first 3 ingredients. Make sure that you wipe out your bowls or pans before you cook with them. even if they're in a pantry that, you know, doesn't get opened, doesn't get bothered, things still can get dirty, dusty, and you don't want that in your food. So 2 cups of sugar. I always try to have like a flat-edged knife or other kind of tool so that you, when you're measuring in your ingredients, you can swipe off the top so that it's not a heaping amount in your measuring cup. So we're going to do 2 cups of sugar. I might have to skip this fancy container as it's not going to let me scoop. Okay, so 2 cups of sugar, 1. I see there's a few more of you guys watching. Hopefully you guys are baking with me. If you are, don't forget to preheat your oven to 375. We want to have that oven nice and ready when we're ready to pop the cake in so that we're not waiting and losing time. 2 cups of sugar, it says sifted. Mine doesn't have any lumps or clumps. If you live in a place that has higher humidity, you might have to sift your sugar before you put it in the bowl. I actually see that there's somebody watching on Instagram, so that's cool. I haven't been using it a whole lot, so trying to build up those followers, get those people to watch me on both social medias. Our next ingredient is the flour. This I will need to sift. Again, if you don't have one of these, just put your 2 cups of flour in a separate bowl and kind of use a fork or a whisk and kind of turn it up to make sure that there are no lumps or clumps in it. I'm just going to set my sifter into my bowl where my sugar is so that when I pour the cup into it, it doesn't go everywhere I don't want it to be. So 2 cups of flour. And I have mentioned, you know, in some of my other live videos, this is my first time making this dessert. It is Rory's favorite dessert that his mom makes. She finally let me have the recipe the last time we went to go visit in Minnesota. So I'm super excited to make it. A little nervous because I do have big shoes to fill because it is always delicious. She always makes it fresh. We walk in the door, she's usually pouring the frosting. And Rory seriously eats it for breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack, all the time. So, until it's gone. Sift that up. Do 1 more cup of flour. Why don't you guys talk to me? What did you guys do today? Are you guys watching football? My husband is watching the Vikings game. I'm not sure if it's over yet, but he was racing back and forth from the kitchen to the living room making himself something to eat. So I know that it was an exciting game at least. Jump on and say hi. You guys say where you're from maybe so we can kind of see how far around the United States my videos are making it. All right, then we've got our next ingredient is 4 tablespoons of cocoa. So I'm gonna grab my tablespoon. I'm gonna grab my cocoa. We really want to make sure that we sift this cocoa. Mine, for whatever reason, is always so clumpy. I'm sitting here looking at the comments. Oh, Lacey, she sadly texted me a little bit ago and said that she had some work pictures that she had to take. So she actually can't watch me today, which is sad. She is, you know, one of the biggest supporters I've had when discussing this venture with my friends. I hadn't told that many of them, just in case, you know, I didn't follow through with it. But it seems to be working so far. I was going to wait until my boys were in kindergarten and first grade till I started this, but my mom was like, why wait? You have time now, kind of thing. So, all right, so we do 4 tablespoons. I've done 1 so far. I'm going to pop in 3 more tablespoons into my sifter, get it all fluffy and nice mixed in with the flour and sugar. I've got my husband on here saying hi to people. Good, keeping the conversation going. I've got somebody watching from Las Vegas, which if some of you know, I was born and raised in Vegas. I lived there for 18 years until I moved here. So Vegas, that's exciting. So is anybody else cooking with me, or is everybody's mouths just watering, sitting, watching, and waiting for this food to be made? I have to open a new pack of my cocoa powder. All right, who's excited for that giveaway winner? I cannot believe I figured that, you know, it wasn't going to be until Thursday that we hit that goal, and we are just cruising right past my goal of how many people have liked and followed my page. It's amazing, tremendous. I can't even begin to explain how excited it makes me feel, how blessed it makes me feel to have people that, you know, are willing to support a dream of mine. All right, so we got some people just watching along. So we've got the first 3 ingredients. I'm going to grab a whisk. I'm going to whisk this all together till it's nice and mixed. That's another bonus to sifting your ingredients first. You could even kind of alternate the ingredients if you wanted to: flour, sugar, cocoa powder, and then you would have less work trying to mix the ingredients together. But I have found that if I mix my cocoa powder with my flour, it clumps up really bad. So I just wait to whisk it all together after I've sifted it. So we've got that. We've got a few people watching. What are you guys up to besides staring at me? Do you got kiddos playing around? If you've got kids, how old are they? I've got a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old. Like I said earlier, they're taking a nap, which is awesome. I love them when I'm cooking, but it might have been a little too much to handle with you guys trying to listen. But our next step, so we've got these 3 ingredients. They're sifted together. Nice chocolatey mixture. Now, our next step is we're going to bring the next 3 ingredients to a boil. So I do have my pan out already. I'm going to make sure that the bottom stays dry. So our next 3 ingredients, we need a cup of water, half a cup of salad oil. For my oil, I am going to use canola oil. You can use vegetable oil, whatever oil you prefer to cook with. You know, some people have allergies, some people prefer taste. I'm going to go with canola, and then we need half a cup of margarine. So let's get this going. Grab my water. One thing that I learned baking, I actually was really bad at baking 4 or 5 years ago. Awful. Nothing would ever turn out except for like the box stuff. And then so what I used to do is I used to cook at the house, and then my friend Ashley Olsen used to bake. Well, then she pointed out that there are 2 different types of measuring cups, and it might sound silly, but some people don't know this, and I didn't, which is why I was an awful baker. But cups like these, the ones that come in a set, are typically for your solids: flour, sugar, baking soda, you know, anything that's not a liquid. And then a measuring cup like this is for your liquids. They do measure out differently. They're not consistent. So if you do a cup of water in this and a cup of water in this, they are not equal. I did not know that, and that's why my baking never turned out. But I have learned that now, and it really, really benefited me. Oh, you're decorating for Halloween. I'm awful. I haven't done anything. The boys have their costumes, but no decorations. A 6-year-old daughter and a 9-month-old son. Oh, that's awesome. So cute. Does your daughter love taking care of your little boy? I always thought, you know, if I were to have a girl, that it would be awesome, you know, because she could help out with the baby. But I got 2 boys, and they just torment each other. Helping your parents paint. I actually enjoy painting. The only thing I don't enjoy is taping, and that is the worst, but you have to do it or you make a mess. So, but I do enjoy painting. I did a cup of water. I'm gonna do half a cup of salad oil. This is another thing. It is a liquid. You want to use your liquid measuring cup for it. If you guys are just hopping on, we have our oven set to 375. We have sifted our first 3 ingredients together. 2 cups of sugar, 2 cups of flour, 4 tablespoons of cocoa, sifted together into a nice mixture. Now we are adding our next 3 ingredients to a pan to bring to a boil. So I have a cup of water, half a cup of salad oil, which, like I said, canola oil, vegetable oil, any kind of baking oil that your family prefers works. And then half a cup of margarine. I actually have never baked with margarine, so I did go to the store and get some. Typically recipes that I do are just butter recipes or oil, but I did get margarine, and so we are gonna do a cup of water, half a cup of salad oil, and half a cup of margarine, which looks like it's this entire stick, which works out. Don't know, slicing or dicing needed. That's good. She likes to take care of your son. That's always awesome. Sometimes I'm sure, though, you got to remind her that you're the parent. And maybe that'll only happen when they get a little older. I do have to remind my 4-year-old that I'm the mom and you know, and I can discipline our youngest and that he doesn't need to. So I do understand that struggle sometimes. So we are going to pop this pan. I am going to move it onto the oven. The stove. Then I am going to move you guys with me so that I don't lose you while I am baking this part of it. Okay. So we're going to pop this onto the stove. One thing I miss about Vegas, my mom always had a gas stove, and I prefer that. Way prefer that. You have more control. It heats up faster. It's more consistent heat. Where electric stove, I struggle with them. They get really hot and stay really hot, or don't get hot enough and take forever. But we are gonna make do with what we can. What else is going on? I got people on here. We got somebody decorating. We got people painting. I got one person on here with kids. Who else has kids? How old are they? What are they doing right now? What do you guys plan on doing for Halloween? Are there any fun places to go where you guys are at, state or city that you're in? We've got a pumpkin patch thing that I've been wanting to go to, but it's been pretty cold here. I think it's like 24-mile-per-hour winds outside, 50 degrees. So it's only going to get colder, obviously, as the winter rolls in, but haven't brought the kids to the pumpkin patch yet. So I've got this on the stove. We're going to heat it to a boil. Once it is to a boil, while it's still hot, we're going to pour it over our dry mixture. And our dry mixture is that flour, sugar, and cocoa powder. And then we're going to beat it with an electric mixer. So I am going to grab my electric mixer out. If you guys are baking along with me, grab your electric mixer. If you've got a stand mixer, which I do as well, pour your dry ingredients into your stand mixer and just wait for the hot ingredients to be done. I actually might do that just to make it a little easier on myself. We also need eggs, buttermilk, and soda. It was funny, I went to the grocery store today and I had my hopes up, and it might not have been true, but this lady walked in to the grocery store and walked straight to the back, and all she grabbed was buttermilk, and I was just thinking, well, maybe she's gonna bake with me and all she needed was buttermilk. But that's probably just being hopeful. It was probably just a coincidence that she needed the one ingredient that I did for these buttermilk brownies. So a lot of quiet people sitting here watching me. If you are watching me and you haven't put a vote yet for Thursday night's dinner, white chicken enchiladas or stuffed pork tenderloin. If you want to know what it's stuffed with, it is like a turkey or a chicken stuffing, just boxed. I'm not crazy. I don't know how to make stuffing on the fly like that. Maybe one day I'll learn. I hear it's not too hard, but just a box stuffing with dried craisins. And you just flatten your pork roast out and you stick it in the, oops, I flipped that camera. You just stick it in the middle and bake it. It's delicious. It's really good. You put seasonings on the outside. But right now the enchiladas, I mean, you guys really got to get your votes out there if you want the pork tenderloin, because the enchiladas are winning by a landslide. I hope she was getting it from me, Ashley. I really do. I even told Rory this story because I think she had her boyfriend or husband with, and I'm guessing that it was probably maybe one of Rory's friends, and his friend was like, hey, babe, will you make these for me? Like, here's what we need. And maybe she was like, we need to go to the store and get buttermilk. I don't know. I'm just hopeful. Yeah, white chicken enchiladas. Everybody's been voting for them. They are my husband and my mom's favorite that I make. It's a recipe that I found online a year or two ago, and I just put a little twists and a little additions to it to make it better. I don't know. It was good to start with, but it was a little bland with the enchiladas, so we added enchilada sauce, which we do like. If you don't like enchilada sauce, you don't have to use it in this recipe, and I will say that on Thursday. I also added refried beans inside of the enchiladas because it just really just brings it all together. It holds the chicken inside of the enchilada, and yeah, it's just really good. So we've got this. It's almost to a boil. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my dry ingredients into my stand mixer. Do this. I'm going to bring it over here. Put my dry ingredients in. Yep, our mixture is a-boiling. So we're going to turn it off. And then it says, so we brought it to a boil. While it is hot, we're going to pour the mixture into our dry ingredients. Smells good. I love the smell of margarine and butter. That fatty, sweet smell. I'm going to bring this over here. And then I'm gonna grab you guys. You guys are getting a little tour of our kitchen. I love it. It's nice, it's spacious, it's big. We have a ton of cupboards, and I somehow have already filled them all. So we are going to turn this on low because it is a hot mixture and I don't want to splatter myself. Get it all mixed up. Alright, here in just a little bit, we're almost done with the cake part. Once we are done with the cake part, I am going to do our giveaway winner. So, if you've got friends that have liked and followed the page, shoot them a text message, let them know I'm about to announce the winner. Like I said, the giveaway winner, the prizes will be food related, cooking utensil related, you know, just random things to show my appreciation for what you guys have done, just inviting people to follow my page. So we did that. We beat it with an electric mixer. Now we're going to beat in the eggs, the buttermilk, the baking soda, and then we're going to mix it. So I need 2 eggs, a cup of buttermilk, and the baking soda. All right. Scroll that up. Lacey, you made it! Your cousin was on here watching. I'm not sure if she still is, but she gave you a little shout out that she was your cousin. So our next step, I am going to add eggs. If you've got your bowl of ingredients and you've mixed it together, my advice, always crack your eggs outside of your main mixture. No matter how good of an egg cracker you are, if you get a little bit of shell in there, you're going to beat yourself up that you didn't crack it separately. So I always crack my eggs in a measuring cup separate from the main mixture because I do not like fishing eggshells out of my dishes. I also learned that my son Kingston is awesome at cracking eggs, and as long as I do it in here, a shell or two, I pull him out, and he feels so accomplished that he's helped me. I'm gonna rinse my hand off quick. All right, so it says let's beat the eggs, buttermilk, and soda. You know, it kind of sounds like they want me to put them together first before I put them into the mixture. So let's do that. It's not super clear, but we will see. So I've got my 2 eggs. Next, we're gonna do half a cup of buttermilk. If you guys just jumped on, let me know if you've got kids, what you're doing right now while you're watching. If you're baking with me, we've got somebody decorating for Halloween. We have somebody helping her parents paint. So I'm gonna add my eggs to my buttermilk and my baking soda, and then I'm gonna just whisk it quick inside of this measuring cup and then pour it into my main mixture. Just make sure those eggs get nice and beat up before they go in. If you just jumped on, let me know where you're from, what you're doing. If you're baking with me or just watching drooling from your couch, all watching is appreciated. Here in the next 5 minutes, I'm going to be announcing our giveaway winner. It is to show my appreciation that we hit 250 follows and likes on my page. My next goal is going to be 500 follows and likes on the page. I'll do another giveaway. My friend Lacey thought that it would be kind of fun if I did a live view giveaway. And what that would mean is as I get more views, so let's set my first milestone at 25. If I get 25 live views, those 25 people will get entered in to a giveaway, and I will do a little mini giveaway as we reach 25 live views, 50 live views, 75 live views, little tiny giveaways, just showing my appreciation for actually tuning into the live show and watching me do my thing. So we've got our 2 eggs, our buttermilk, and our baking soda in here. I'm going to pour it into our mixture, and then we're going to turn it on again and mix it up. Mix it up nice and good. Hi, Evelyn. Thanks for tuning in, girl. I know that this is kind of a busy day, Sunday, church, football, you know, whatever it may be. Some of you are at work, working hard, and I appreciate, you know, tuning in when you can, if you can. It was cute. My dad hates Facebook, promised he would never make a Facebook, but he made one just to watch my live show today. So that's nice of him. So we're gonna mix this up nice and good. And then, all right, that's nice and mixed up. We are going, how high do you turn the mixer up? See, and this doesn't say, you know, beat until mixed. It doesn't say low, medium, or high. When I was mixing with that boiling hot mixture, keep it on low, low, low. I don't want you guys scolding yourselves. Even with my mixer on low, it's still splattered. So just be aware that when you're mixing with that boiling hot mixture into your dry ingredients, it will take a while for them to incorporate. And I don't want you to splash and burn yourselves that way. Here with the mixture, adding the buttermilk and the eggs and stuff, it was more difficult to mix. So I put it onto medium until it got kind of a thicker consistency, and then I turned it up to high, and it got really, really nice and mixed together. You can tell the chocolate lightened up a lot with that buttermilk in it. So that's a good question. Thank you, Lacey, for helping me, you know, give the details that you guys need. If there's ever something that you're like, what? Or slow down, or I missed a step, let me know. The whole goal of this, I don't want it to just be another cooking show. I want it to be cook with me. I want it to be interactive. I want you guys here with me. I want you cooking with me. I want you saying, oh crap, this doesn't look right, and sending me a question while we're in this live video so that it's interactive. You know, some people don't want to be stuck in their kitchen cooking and baking by themselves, you know, in silence, music, whatever it may be. If you want a conversation, if you want to have a glass of wine and cook, that's what I want this platform to be about, is to be cooking together for each other, with each other, for our families, for our kids. If you're single, anything, I just want this to be a platform where we can kind of just come together, hang out for a little bit, get some cooking done, and, you know, just kind of make memories that way. I am going to pick y'all up again and put you back on my stove. All right, this mixture is ready. It is ready to pour in our dish. Sarah, Tacoma, Washington. You lived in Minot. 2-year-old boy. Oh, man. Husband's playing video games. My husband's watching football. Yeah, I ran to the grocery store quick while he hung out with the boys this afternoon. Sarah, yeah, let me know if there's ever something that you've seen, a recipe on Facebook, you know, those yummy recipes, or some of the other Facebook websites, they post those recipes and they look so good and everyone wants to try them. You guys just flood my page with them. Drop them in a comment and we will mix it into our weekly thing. I will put up a poll just like we have right now with the enchiladas or the pork tenderloin. I want you guys to choose what you're craving that week, what your family thinks sounds good. I want to bake with you. I don't want you to be like, well, I really don't like that, so I'm not going to tune in this week. I want it to be, you know, appealing to the majority of you guys. Yes, Evelyn, try it. It's so good, and it's obviously all chocolate, but it's not like a fudge, so it's manageable. You can eat it and not feel like weighed down and heavy. Like I said, my husband eats it for breakfast. So yes, I can show you, Lacey, the mixture. This is what it looks like. You know, kind of like a typical box cake mixture. Not super runny, but not, you know, dense like a dough. It smells amazing. I can't wait until they come out with Smell TV. I'm telling you what, because this smells so good. Thanks, Evelyn. My apron. Yeah, somebody liked it earlier, and yeah, my mom got it for me, and she asked if I would wear it, and this is my first time ever wearing it. The directions don't say so, but just in case, I'm going to spray the bottom of my pan because I don't want it to stick. Not because it's hard to clean, but more I don't want to lose part of the yummy cake to my pan. So just a light spray on it. Pam, canola oil, vegetable oil, nonstick spray, whatever you choose to. You can even use butter and smear it on there. I don't care. Whatever you want to use to get the nonstick. Like I said earlier in my post when I went live, the baking dish that you want needs to have some depth to it, because the cake isn't going to rise up super high, but you are going to pour the frosting over it, and you do not want a big lava cake across your kitchen counter. So I am going to pour this into the baking dish. I forgot my spatula over there, so I am going to hope that this doesn't drip everywhere. Perfect. And grab my spatula. It's weird, sometimes it doesn't scroll up when you guys comment or start watching. Hi Cece! Are you watching all the way from, are you in Arizona these days? Or are you guys traveling a little bit? Cece is one of Rory's relatives. All right, so we got this all poured in. And like I told some of the people that had some questions about the recipe earlier, this is, they call buttermilk brownies, but I would say it's more like a sheet cake. Not super dense like brownies are, but thin like a brownie. All right, so we have that smoothed out in our baking pan. That's what mine looks like. You can see that there's some room for it to grow and some room for a yummy frosting. So it says on the recipe, like I said, this is my first time making it, so I do have to refer back to the recipe quite a bit. 375 is what our oven is at, and 18 minutes is how long we're gonna bake this. It should give us enough time to do our giveaway winner, which is exciting. I am going to check on the computer the Facebook page one more time to get those last minute likes and follows into the spinning wheel. And then, I want to get this, for whatever reason it wasn't sitting straight in the oven. Okay, close that up and set our timers to 18 minutes. I am going to keep an eye on mine though. I'm going to set my timer to 15. My oven has a tendency to cook faster, but the recipe is 18 minutes. I didn't smack the pan to get the air out. I did use my spatula to smooth it over, but you kind of want those bubbles in there. You want it to come out kind of light and airy, which is nice. It's you'll see when you make it. It is a super, super nice, fluffy recipe. So I'm gonna stick you guys back where we started and get you balanced, hopefully. And I'll pick up the phone in here in a second because we are gonna do our giveaway winner. But before we do that, I am going to check the Facebook page one more time, get those last minute people entered into the giveaway. I want it to be as fair as possible. I want everybody included. Again, I'm doing this because I really, really, really want to show my appreciation for all the likes and follows, for people inviting their friends. It's crazy the amount of people that have poured into the page in the last 3 days. I'm beyond blessed that there are so many of you. I just can't even begin to explain how this makes me feel. This is a passion of mine, and to see it growing so fast is really heartwarming, and I really appreciate it. I mean, 330 people, you guys. I posted that video this morning, and it was like 253. I mean, I am just astounded, and I really am just blessed that you guys are getting on board with the idea. You like the idea, you can relate, you can, really get it. And hopefully more of you will be on cooking with me. I want you guys to join me. I want you guys to bake with me because I want us to be able to try, you know, this amazing dessert together. The enchiladas on Thursday. I really want you guys to, you know, just enjoy those enchiladas. They're amazing. I am, like I said on my live video this morning, you would not think it would be this hard to get a list of people that follow your page, but it is really hard to find it sometimes. It like only gives me the most recent people. It doesn't give me a full list for whatever reason. So the last name I entered in was Andrea. So I have 3 more that I need to add, and then we will spin the wheel and see who's our winner this week. Like I said, I'm going to do this more often. The more goals that we hit, when we hit 500 followers, I want to do another giveaway. I want to do a giveaway inside of the video, so it's more selected. When we hit 25 live views, I will stick all your names into this wheel. As long as you stay on watching with me through the giveaway, I will put your names into this. We will spin it, and there will be an instant winner during my live videos, because I want to give you guys my appreciation for you guys liking and following and sharing and all the amazing things that are going into making this page successful. Just entering those last 3 names, bear with me. Our buttermilk brownie cake is in the oven. It's baking for 18 minutes. We've got 13 minutes left or 14 minutes left. All right, I'm gonna shuffle the names. Here we go. Yes, Lacey, you are welcome to come over on Thursday. Okay, here they are. Believe it or not, there are a lot of names. Hopefully you see yours. We got all the names in there. And let's see. Let's do full screen. And we're spinning. All right. Should do 10 seconds of spinning, and then we'll get a winner. Andrew Edwards. Andrew Edwards is our winner. Andrew, if anybody knows him, tag him in the video. I just need him to reach out to me. Send me a private message with his information so that I can send the giveaway winner his prize. Again, Andrew Edwards. If you watch this video later, send me a message so that I can get you your prize. This, again, is to show my appreciation for everybody who has liked and followed my page since I put it up a couple days ago. 250 was my goal. Our next goal is 500. When we hit 500 likes and follows, I will do another giveaway winner. Everybody's name will get entered in. Then I will do mini giveaways inside of my live video. If we hit 25 live views, even if we hit it today, I will do a giveaway to show my appreciation for your guys' support in my videos. You guys watching with me, enjoying with me. Thank you, Rory, for tagging Andrew. I appreciate it, so that he knows that he won the giveaway, to show my appreciation for liking and following my page. We are going to move along to the next part of our recipe. I am going to move this computer. Next part of the recipe is the frosting. For our frosting, we are going to grab our pan out again and bring the first 3 ingredients to a boil. So I'm going to bring you back over here again. We are going to grab our pan. I'm going to do a quick wipe out of the water and oil that was in here. I have awesome non-stick pans, so I don't have to wash it. All I have to do is wipe it out, and all that water and oil just comes out clean. All right. Do that. Now we're going to bring our first 3 ingredients to a boil. We need 1/4 cup of margarine, which is going to be half of our stick of butter this time. So I'm going to do a cut. For the cup of margarine, 1.5 tablespoons of cocoa powder. So let's get our cocoa powder, 1.5 tablespoons, I believe. Tablespoon, so 1.5. I'm losing my stuff, guys. Here we go. Nope, those are teaspoons. We need 1/2 of a tablespoon. Here we go, 1/2 of a tablespoon. So we'll do that, level it. So first 3 ingredients, the 1/4 cup of margarine, 1.5 tablespoons of cocoa powder, and then we need our buttermilk again. So 1/4 cup of buttermilk. Like I told the audience earlier, when I used to bake, I wasn't good at baking. Nothing ever came out, nothing ever turned out, nothing ever tasted good. It was a mess. Well, I learned from my good friend Ashley Olsen that there is a difference in measuring cups. It might sound silly, but I know I'm not the only one out there. There are measuring cups for liquids and measuring cups for solids, and I thought they were interchangeable. I didn't know there was a difference. So this kind of measuring cup is for liquids, and these solids, flour, sugar, salt, whatever it is. So we've got our 3 ingredients. We need 1/4 cup of buttermilk. Get down level with it. So margarine, cocoa, buttermilk on the stove. We're gonna bring them to a boil again. Then we are going to add sifted powdered sugar and vanilla. In my recipe that my mother-in-law gave me, it says that you can add walnuts to the top of it. I'm sure you can add walnuts, pecans, peanuts, if you like that kind of thing on your brownies. Please help yourself. I'm not a fan of nuts. I will eat them in everyday life, but I don't think they belong in desserts. So that's my personal opinion on that. So we've got this on the stove, letting everything melt together. We're gonna bring it to a boil. While we are heating that up, yes, I will post the recipe. I did post the ingredients already, but I will post the instructions. Also, I am in the process of making my website. On my website, there will be a tab for recipes so that you won't have to scroll through Facebook stuff. You'll be able to go to my website, hit the recipes tab, and see the recipes that we have done in the past. Yes. Everybody, I will post the recipe for sure. So everyone can make them later. But like I explained earlier, I do want this to be kind of a bake with me thing. I get it, schedules don't always match up, time, convenience, things like that. But if they do, I try to schedule them out enough ahead of time. Please feel free when I say that I'm going to make something in the week. Shoot me what times work best for you. Shoot me what times you're busy, what time you get home from work. I want us to come together and have, a time and a day of the week where it's kind of scheduled and it's your time to cook or bake for your family, and you don't have to always do it by yourself. You can do and cook with me. I want it to be real time. None of this, oh, you put it in the oven, but I did that already, so here's what it looks like. I want it, to be real live time. We have this. We're going to bring it to a boil, but then we are going to pour our powdered sugar into it. So I'm going to get 2 cups of powdered sugar. 2 cups of powdered sugar, sifted, and then we are going to add it to that boiling mixture. So I can bring this over here so you guys can see a little bit better. we're gonna take the powdered sugar and sift it. Sifting just takes out all the lumps and clumps and makes it light and fluffy. It's really important with powdered sugar because you do want a smooth frosting. So do that. So we've got 2 cups that we're going to be doing of powdered sugar and then half a teaspoon of vanilla. What are you guys up to? If you're watching me and you just tuned in, what are you up to this Sunday? Do you have kids? How old are they? What are their names? I've got 2 little ones, a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old. Kingston and Grayson are their names. They're taking a nap. I'm pretty envious of them. I usually try and lay down and relax when they take a nap because it's go, 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 go with kids. And I take advantage. Even, you know, it was the sleep when baby sleeps. Well, I sleep when kids sleep. They don't have to be babies anymore. I still try and take advantage of their nap time. So we're going to sift this powdered sugar. Our mixture on the stove is about to a boil. We're going to add the powdered sugar and the vanilla. And that's going to be our frosting. Sometimes my sifter is a little rough and tough. I want to show you guys, this is why we sift. Let's get that pick back up. This is why we sift our dry ingredients. This is what's left of my powdered sugar. You don't want those lumps in your frosting. It's not that they won't taste good. It's just that it's a consistency that people don't desire with frostings. So that is our sifted powdered sugar. Our mixture is nice and melted. So we did half a cup of margarine, 1.5 tablespoons of cocoa, fourth a cup of buttermilk. Then we're gonna add the powdered sugar. I am going to pour my boiled mixture into my powdered sugar instead of the other way around. If you've cooked or made frostings with powdered sugar before, you know that it is very, very melty. Any kind of moisture to it, and it kind of just melts into the liquid. It gets nice and thin and yummy. So here is our frosting. If you are baking with me, you should have a little bit more time left on your timer. I am just checking because my oven sometimes cooks faster and I don't want to overcook it. It is still needing more time. So I did 15 minutes. The real time is 18. So I'm putting 3 more minutes on to the timer. Here is our mixture of our frosting. This is what it's looking like so far. The only thing I need to add is half a teaspoon of vanilla. I'm gonna scoot you guys over so that I'm not close to that warm burner. Half a teaspoon. I've got the big thing of vanilla. I go through it really fast. I never realized how often I used vanilla until I was like, every time I went to the grocery store, I was having to buy another little thing of it. So I just decided to buy a big one, and it's lasted me, so which is good. So our frosting is made. We've got our vanilla mixed in there. This is not working. Sorry guys, that was probably pretty loud. Kind of hard. I do have my iPad up. This is my juggling act because I need to build my Instagram, and Instagram only lets you post 60 seconds at a time unless you go live. So I'm live on Instagram too. I have 1 person watching me. It's better than none. All right, so our frosting is ready. Our cake has 1 minute and 22 seconds left. I don't know if Andrew ever came in and joined us, but we did do our giveaway winner between baking the cake and making our frosting. It was to show my support for everybody that has liked and followed my page. Andrew Edwards was the winner. So if he watches this video now or later, just send me a personal message with your details, your shipping information, so that I can send you a gift. I also told earlier, our next goal is 500 likes and follows, and everybody will be entered into the giveaway. But another little mini giveaway that I am going to do is when I get to 25 live views. If we get to 25 live views and we stay there or go above it, I will grab everybody's name that is viewing live with me at that moment, enter it into my giveaway wheel, spin it, and we will have a winner during the video. All of my giveaway things will be food baking related. It will be aprons, cooking utensils, bowls, gift cards to restaurants, just different little things to show my appreciation for you guys liking, following, and then during the video just watching live. It really is important that you guys are here with me live, baking with me. I hope that everyone can join me on Thursday. I hope everyone has gotten their votes in for what we're gonna make on Thursday. Enchiladas or stuffed pork tenderloin. Get your vote in if you haven't already. If you're watching this video later in the day, get your vote in. We are going to bring this over here onto some pot holders and let it cool down. I want to say thank you for everyone that has been liking, following, watching this video. I have pulled the cake out. It doesn't say when to add it to the cake. I do know my mother-in-law does it when it's still warm. But I'm kind of going to wait for the cake to settle, kind of flatten a little bit because it is poofed up from being in the oven. I will show you what it looks like. This is what it looks like. Oh, my phone yelled at me. You can't turn your phone while recording. So this is what it looks like. Lacey, to answer your question, you see how it's light and airy. It's going to be delicious, but I'm going to let it cool and settle a little bit and then pour my frosting on top. I also wanted you guys to see that you need a dish that's a little bit deeper so that when you pour that frosting in, you don't have a landslide of chocolate onto your counter. Again, this is what the frosting looks like. Not a ton of it, just a nice light layer over the top of it. I am, for the sake of recording, we're gonna see what happens if I pour it on now. I can see it starting to settle a little bit, which is good. I'm going to pour it on now, see what happens. Like I said, this is my first time making this recipe. My mother-in-law gave it to me. My husband loves it. So in the recipe, it does not say, you know, let cake cool for 30 minutes and then ice or anything like that. So this is what the recipe looks like. I'm not sure. Is it backwards for you guys? Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. I know there's a way to fix it if it's backwards and you can't read it, but let's see. Can we flip it? No, we cannot. Nope. Don't know how to. Well, yeah, if anybody knows how, this is my first time on a live video. I know that you can flip it because I've seen people do it before. But the recipe, seriously, for the frosting just says, bring the first 3 ingredients to a boil, add powdered sugar, sifted, add vanilla, spread, and top with walnuts. So for the sake of the show, so that we are done and finished, before I sign off, I am going to ice it now. So here we go. It's looking good so far. We don't have a chocolate landslide yet. I think we're gonna be close there in just a second. It's gonna make it to the edge. I'm gonna spread it around. It's just a nice light layer over the top of the brownies. Like I've explained to other people on this video, it's more of a sheet cake. They're not super dense. They aren't super fudgy. They are chocolatey, but they're a nice, light, fluffy chocolate. Like I've explained, that my husband eats for every meal of the day until they are gone. So they're not super rich. Him and his dad eat them with ice cream. Some people, you can put it in a bowl and add like either milk or heavy whipping cream. That's something that my mom and my family does. I would say you guys will be safe to bake the cake and make your frosting while it's baking, and then just pull it on out of the oven and put the frosting on. It seemed to have worked really nicely. It spread really well because both of them were still warm, so it didn't, I don't know if you've ever iced a cake or frosted a cake while it was still hot. It pulls on the cake part and pulls off the cake topping, and because they were both still warm, it went really well. My husband just commented that they smell really good from the living room. So thank you guys so much for watching with me. If you guys know the giveaway winner, let him know he won. Let him know to reach out to me. These, they smell amazing. I don't know how long we have to wait for them to cool down to enjoy, but I will sign off here. Thank you all for watching me and supporting me, talking to me. I'm super excited for Thursday. I hope that we have a huge turnout and I can give away a bunch of stuff to show my support. But I will post the recipe so everyone can make these at their leisure. I will also post a picture so that you guys can see the finished product. I will also post with the picture the giveaway winner and tag him in it, so hopefully that he knows that he won. So again, thank you everybody. I appreciate it. This was my very first time cooking live. Please, 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 if you're watching this later or watching it now, leave a comment, leave a message, leave a review. Let me know where I can improve. Let me know what you enjoyed. Let me know what you want more of, less of. Let me know. I want to grow with you guys. I want to make this appealing to the majority of you guys. It is really important to me. This is my passion project and I want it to be as successful as possible. And in order for it to be successful, I need feedback from you guys. You guys are the viewers. You guys are who matter in this whole thing. So go on to my page, like and follow it if you haven't. I will pin it back to the top now that we're done with the dessert. Pin it back to the top, the poll for Thursday. It ends, I think, tonight or tomorrow morning for enchiladas or pork tenderloin. Also, I will post this recipe. You guys go on there, like, comment, let me know what you felt about today's live video. And congratulations, Andrew. And I will see you guys for sure Thursday, but I might pop on a couple live videos before then, just to talk. All right, thanks, guys.